All right. So now, Wendy Baldwin planted evidence in the Halbach vehicle with a bloody rag. Okay? You know, when we were able to put it together, that Wendy Baldwin and Wendy Schmitz were the same person, and that Sergeant Wendy Baldwin was the person that was seen burning the cross on the yard, it warranted further research into her behaviors during the investigation, particularly in one affidavit where she says that she was with Brutus's handler, and they were near the Halbach vehicle, and Brutus hit on the Halbach vehicle, but according to her, she said that Brutus hit on an adjacent gray vehicle, and at that time she had seized a bloody rag. Okay, and this is where she gets the bloody rag, at this place right next door to the gray vehicle. However, testimony does not bear this out at all, and Brutus's handler says nothing about making this hit on this gray vehicle, nor does anybody else. I've never, there is no record of this. In fact, it didn't happen in my mind or anywhere else. And so where does this bloody rag come from is what I'm trying to say. And there is also a warrantless search of the Grand Am. All right, and this was deemed warrantless later on in the appeals court when it was discovered that the paperwork didn't line up, and there was this gap of time between the time that people had gone into the Grand Am. And so what this tells us is that there's a bloody rag, and there's a warrantless search of a known place where there's blood found, the Grand Am. Well, I'm going to tell you, this bloody rag came from that Grand Am is what happened. And then in an attempt to put it right next to Halbach's vehicle, Wendy Baldwin has just made this up about Brutus. Obviously, clearly, it's not true. The police have told you that and showed you that that vehicle has not been entered all day long. Make sure you know that nobody from there has gone in there. You know, make sure that you know that nobody has gone into this vehicle. Well, there you have it. You have cross-burning Wendy and her bloody rag, right, unaccounted for, right, from Stephen Avery's vehicle, obtained by a warrantless search, right, with a fictitious story that it's next to Halbach's that doesn't plan out. And if you put all that together, right, it's very, very strong circumstantial evidence that Wendy Baldwin is the center of this blood planting. They have the blood, right, and they have the reason, and they have, and then there's the there's the fact that she's clearly demonstrated to go off the handle, let's say, by burning this cross in the yard.